All right. So anyway, happy Thursday. Um, my boss called in. So I basically poked around and didn't drive the car at all or go anywhere at all today. So it snowed about 2 or 3 inches. I don't necessarily know if it was just for the weather. It's been slow. And frankly, I don't know if I would have had a whole day of work otherwise. So I'm wondering if he halfway used the 2 or 3 inches of snow as an excuse not to have 3 wages full time to pay for the day. It gives his bank a reprieve, since obviously every job has at least a very small amount of downtime. Um, and I am now currently managing the smaller half of the business, or the slower end of the business, single handedly, while the other two technicians handle the busier outlet. So that's one theory. But yeah, I didn't have to work today. And another reason to go find more secure work. Um, they call it a weather day, but it was like 2 or 3 inches of snow. If you don't drive like an idiot and you have good tires, you're safe. Anyway, so that's what's up. Do I have anything else I want to say? Not really. So yeah, oh yeah, my job interview that was going to happen Friday. Um, they ran my background check, and I don't have a background to speak of. So I'm wondering if there's some ageism involved by running your background. Obviously, they're going to find out how old you are. So I'm wondering if, because I'm pushing 50 at this point, maybe they just want someone who's a little more um, youthful. Just an example of ageism. Because it can't legally ask you how old you are. And since we don't know what I look like through a camera, they don't know basically how old I am. Except now they know my birthday. So that's the other hot news. I don't have to go find a place to go do my interview that was going to run for a few hours. What they wanted was for me to go be their remote support for 3 or 4 hours, pay me for a full day's work, and decide if they want to keep me full time. So that job would have been full time, full remote, anywhere I want. It would have actually been a couple dollars an hour less lucrative, but I like the idea of being full time anywhere. So I got a rejection email earlier today. No, I'm sorry. Was that? Yeah. Anyway, so that's the bummer news, but I wasn't terribly excited about the wage. I mean, I'd be a little more bummed had the job been offering an extra 10 or 20 grand a year. And in hindsight, I'm probably more qualified than what that job was offering. So I did mention I'm going to have a professional probably look at my resume just so that I can get an outsider's perspective and have a professional writer redo it and open up my professional options. So that's really where my mind is. Every time I get rejected for one of these little go nowhere jobs, it's almost like, yeah, Chris, you got to aim higher. You either go back to doing your own thing or you got to aim a little higher. Stop going for these jobs you've done and could nail. And I'm thinking that's what they're thinking. Oh, this guy's been doing this job for a while. He's too good at this job. He'll either get bored or because he's got some age on him, he'll do things his way. He won't do it exactly how we say it. So, those are the thoughts in my mind right now. But anyway, about further conversation about earlier in the conversation, I'm a little annoyed that my two coworkers was the first to text our boss about if we're going back to work tomorrow. I'm thinking, oh my God, are you hoping we don't have to work tomorrow? Because we're all making within $1 or $2 of each other. They're not getting rich, and they're trying to talk their way out of work. Do they not understand basic psychology? These two I work with, I don't even know if they understand. They probably talk their way out of a day and a half of work, because now it looks like it's noon for start time. We're going to get a whopping 4 hours of work tomorrow. We're making a remedial wage, and they just talked themselves out of a day and a half of work. Have a great night, everyone.